Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
Homeward bound, dee-dee-doo-doo-doo, homeward bound, huh, dee-dee-doo-doo-doo-dee, ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-dee. Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Welcome to the Daily Grind. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker, and it's Saturday. I got Rusty. Happy Saturday to you, brother. How are you?
Good. Happy Saturday, sir.
Yeah,
I am
dude.
good, man. I've got a good Saturday planned. I'm actually going to get my ears pierced later. I heard about this guy at the mall. He's a pirate who pierces ears, and he only charges a buccaneer.
Oh, man. Everything about that made me happy. I love pirates. I love that you called it a buccaneer. I love that it started out with you doing something absurd that I was like, ear pierced on a Saturday, no less. Dude, this is great. This show's starting so good. You might not even be able to tell that we lost last night. The way we're acting, we might be coming off a win.
Yeah.
But alas,
We're not.
The Grizzlies lost last night, 109-117, in just the worst way. They were ahead the entire game until the last 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And then DG's not here in the comments, but you want to talk about a whole team that turned into a pumpkin. And by pumpkin, I think they just turned into a team that were coming off the second night of a back-to-back and had to play at altitude. It was so frustrating because I don't think it was any more than that. It just looked like they ran out of gas.
Well, that's exactly what it was. We scored like 1 point over the final 4 minutes. The Nuggets took the lead on a 13-0 run, and it was just more of the same, right? No defense, not getting stops. I'm still not convinced on that Tomas is our guy. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. I didn't love some of the late game stuff I saw. But defensive effort was not there late. And part of it, again, we ran out of gas. I don't want to sit here and make excuses because we put ourselves in a situation with some bad losses earlier in the season.
Yes.
But to hang a 14-point fourth quarter in a do or die type game, that was a bad effort down the stretch.
To hang a 14-point fourth after holding Jokic to a 0-point first, like this team for the first time in a hot minute, they looked locked in defensively for the first half.
Zach Edey played really well against Jokic, for all the grief he gets on Twitter about only playing good against bad teams and bad centers. Isaiah Stewart's a physical center. I'll stand by that for the Pistons. But last night he had 8 points, 16 boards, and he was giving Jokic fits early, especially in that first quarter. He was disrupting what he wanted to do. He was posing a problem by just being big, and it looked like Jokic didn't know what to do with it early on.
Dude, absolutely. I did the post-game bounce last night, and I wanted to keep some of the stuff too close to talk with you about on the show, but I touched briefly on how good Zach Edey was, but you just hit the nail on the head. Jokic looked like he did not know what to do in the first quarter with just how big Zach Edey was, and I wasn't expecting that. I just wasn't expecting to see Jokic flabbergasted, and he did appear flabbergasted in that first quarter. Like, what the hell is this big SOB?
Absolutely. His timbers were shivered. That's for sure, because he didn't know what to do. He was in every passing lane. He couldn't bully him around in the paint and held Jokic to a 0-point first quarter. Now he went and he's going to average a triple-double on the season now because he's amazing, and he's still not going to win the MVP because of Jokic fatigue, point blank. I mean, it's not because SGA's been that much better. And he got better in the second half and down the stretch, finished 26, 16, and 13. Aaron Gordon dialed back the clock on us last night. I feel like we've still got a lot. Like Al Horford did it to us, and now Aaron Gordon, these guys that have been in the league for a long time, all of a sudden think they're 19 again and just go out and hoop. And that was Aaron Gordon had it was all offense though. In the fourth quarter, at the beginning of the fourth quarter, he had 27 points and no rebounds, no assists. Like, he was just a bucket last night. And we weathered that and still had an opportunity to win late.
Yeah, dude. And also, it's worth noting, we were on this show yesterday. Was it yesterday? What day is it? I think it was yesterday. We were on here talking about how per Mike Malone, Jamal Murray wasn't supposed to be playing last night. And you know what? I'll be damned if not only did he play, but he played pretty well. For a guy who not played ball in a while, 15, 5, and 7 for a +10, not too bad.
Not bad. Not bad at all. And
some shots when they mattered. Like in the fourth quarter,
big threes. There was a couple possessions. I remember one where Michael Porter Jr. missed a three. The ball got tapped around, and it ultimately ended up with Jamal Murray by himself in the corner. And that was a three that closed it down to like a 5-point game. And it just felt like that's when they were starting to get a bunch of momentum. And that three was kind of a dagger in a lot of our hopes at that point. Even though we had a lead, it felt like that was kind of what was driving this Denver comeback and ultimately led to it. You know, your big three wasn't great last night. 24 from Bane, 21 from Jai, 18 from Jaren. Not a great night from those guys. I mean, you know, it was cooking. It was working early. First and second quarter was working. Had a halftime lead and was playing. We were playing really well. But it just fell apart in the second half. Again, it's called a schedule loss, right? Like you've got a back-to-back where you have a late night in Memphis because of a later tip. It was on TNT. The last TNT broadcast ever, which is wild. And it was the Grizzlies and Timberwolves. And then you don't get to Denver until after 2:30 a.m. local time and get in the hotel. Then you come play. You just ran out of gas. Like we didn't do enough early to build a comfortable enough lead, and we ran out of gas.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like the only guy that didn't run out of gas had a DNP coach's decision yesterday.
Yeah, I mean that's it. You know, everybody was getting gas late. Jaren looked so tired. He looked frustrated because things weren't falling late. Ja got tired late. Your only guys that were positives were Vince Williams Jr. +5. Luke Kennard was a +12. He had a couple. He actually shot the ball last night.
Yeah,
2 for 4 from 3. And then again, I keep coming back to him. Zach Edey, he's a +2. I'm going to plant my flag on this island, even if I'm one of the only ones. If you and I are some of the only ones, people want to blame Zach Edey for things. I blame Taylor Jenkins for not letting him get his sea legs underneath him. But Zach Edey continues to improve 8 and 16 against the best center in our game right now.
Yeah, man, I will say like one of the silver linings of this back half of the season has been Zach Edey, dude. Just like watching him just play. Like,
and Luke, it could have been an entire season because November and December were so good. And then Taylor Jenkins got all petty and wouldn't play him anymore. And we lost that. He deserves a Rookie of the Year honorable mention. They're going to give it to Stephon Castle, and then Kanye hop up and be like, I'm gonna let you finish, but this should have been Zach Edey's award. Everybody knows that. Shout out Taylor Jenkins.
He's gonna come up in that weird morph suit he's wearing now. It's like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much more about this. One thing I do want to say, I just need Vince's shot to start falling. It sucks because he's doing everything else, but
yeah,
Jalen was doing everything else, and that shot was still falling at times when he was making it. It's just tough. It's just kind of tough.
It's hard to see. We relied so much on a rookie. Shout out David, Jalen, saying, "What's up, boys? Appreciate y'all being here with us
Saturday."
It's tough to watch, right? We miss Jalen. We miss what he brought. He played with an edge, a hustle, and aggression that you don't see really right now. And it's tough for sure.
Yeah, and I mean. Yeah, it's just tough. I didn't think it's wild how much we are dependent on 2 rookies at this point in the season. In a good way because they're contributing. It's just wild how that's where we're at.
It's a good thing for the rookies and our future. But we've tripled down on youth, and this is what you get for tripling down on youth is you're going to be in a situation where the teams that are in that next tier are going to beat you, are going to lap you, are going to pull away. And that's what we've seen down the stretch is that we are a young basketball team. And we've talked a lot about our championship window being open, and it is. We've just tripled down on youth, and that window is a bit longer. If we're going to try and be competitive in the next couple of years, there's going to have to be some hard conversations had this offseason.
Yep. And David, you said it out of the gate, brother. We are undisciplined and immature as a team right now. It would appear. And it appears as such because it's in games like the Timberwolves game, like this game, like the games earlier last week, the Celtics game, the Lakers game. It matters. These teams that are really, 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 really good, it just comes back to bite you in the ass. And case in point, it's happening to us because beep, 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 beep. I decided to still make the noise. I like it better. It's sillier. Don't look now. The Grizzlies are playing bound. We're going to report into the standings report, even though we know where we're at. We know where we're going to be. So if the season were to end today, I don't know if it matters as much at this point, but the Grizzlies are going to be locked into the play-in. I don't think we can finish any higher or any lower than the 8 or 7 seed. I don't think
we're going to be playing. We're going to be playing Tuesday night. Also, if you're watching this, if you're on socials, stay tuned. There might be a pretty big announcement coming about the game Tuesday night. Ooh. ... We call that foreshadowing.
That looks like we're going to be in there. It does look like the games are still going to matter. Not for us per se, but like for seeding, because Golden State plays the Clippers. I think I called them the Chargers in the post-game bounce.
Chargers.
I was just like, whoa. The Golden State plays the Clippers tomorrow, and that's going to – you've got Denver playing the Rockets tomorrow, and then you got Warriors, Clippers tomorrow. And that is probably going to decide – I mean, there's no probably about it. That's going to clear up the middle of that seeding. And probably decide who we're going to be playing in the play-in, because the Timberwolves got the greatest gift of all and have the easiest end of the season.
The Jazz.
Jesus. It's like the most Cooper flaggiest flag team out there.
But did you see that Ant got a tech and will not – if I read correctly last night, Ant got a tech that's going to cause him to be suspended for the Jazz game.
Oh.
Not that it matters. I mean, they'll still beat them by double digits, but just a little nuance to the story there.
Interesting. Well, yeah. I mean, all this to say, man, I don't know. If we're in the play-in and it comes down to one game, who are you going to beat in one game? I don't know who I want to see. If it's, I guess it's the Timberwolves. If it's between the Warriors, the Clippers, and the Timberwolves, I want the Timberwolves. Agreed. Just because we've played them historically. We played them 2 nights ago. Not considered. We play them pretty well.
Yeah, just again, ran out of gas late, played it pretty well. Shouldn't have lost that game. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, we're going to play Tuesday. There's also a high chance that we're going to play Friday, right? Because if you lose Tuesday, you play the winner of the 9-10 game on Friday, fighting for your playoff lives and the opportunity to play. The opportunity, I guess, maybe not the right word, but you get this rewarded. To play the Thunder in the first round. So, I saw a lot of stuff floating around. Oh, I'd rather just lose out and use our lottery pick for a trade. Like, no, stop it. Like, play winning basketball. Go out and win. Teams who tank do not get rewarded, right? Whether by basketball gods or karma or whatever you want to call it. Teams who purposely lose, they don't work out well for them. So go out and play winning basketball. Don't worry about losing. Don't try and tank for a 0.5 shot at Cooper Flag. Go out and win basketball games.
The karma part there is important, because if I remember 2 years ago, Dallas tanked to get Derek Lively. They made it to the Western Conference Finals, and now they're the most it
happens, man.
It happens real quick.
When was the last time like the Hornets or the Jazz or the Wizards were good, right? Because all they do is tank for trying to get better draft picks, and they just continue to be bad.
Yep. Good play to win. And you know what? If you play to win, you might be rewarded with you might. It seems like the Rockets and the Grizzlies are the 2 teams that nobody wants to play. And hell, you win that first play-in game, you got a Rocket series in the first round. That's best case scenario for this.
It is. Team. It is. So go win Tuesday night, win Sunday, beat the Mavs,
Sunday.
Stay healthy. And then on Tuesday, just handle your business. It's going to be a West Coast road trip. We're going to be very likely playing at either Golden State or the Clippers, it feels like. And then just handle your business, man. Just go out there, find a way to win, and then regroup and play the Rockets. Because like you said, if there's a playoff series that I'm like, hey, we could probably win that, it's against the Rockets.
Yeah.
I'd rather play the Nuggets or the T-Wolves, but based on current circumstances, the Rockets is who I'd want to play.
Yes, agreed. And it's an opportunity just to see if these boys show up to win, it's going to, it's the Mavs tomorrow, and then it's the play-in game. But like, we're going to need to see what T.I. has, because it's been how many games? 7? It's been 7 games and
8 games.
8 games. And what has he shown you? What is Tomas shown you? What has Coach Iisalo shown you? Because I'm on the fence about it because I've liked some things that I've seen, but I think the last 2 games shown that the maturity level that we mentioned earlier, I just don't know if he's the guy that's going to command that level.
Yeah, that's what it showed me. Like we've made moves. We're better with our rotations. We're better with our minutes distribution. We've shrunk the rotation down to 9 players essentially, right? I've seen some things where he has changed momentum by throwing Jaren back out, by throwing Ja back in to make some stops. The Lakers game comes to mind. So he's doing things better than Taylor Jenkins is doing already. I don't love what I've seen enough to say he's the guy that's going to be the one that can unlock this roster. Yeah, Jalen, you're right. There's probably some holes in this roster that we need to make some changes. We don't have perimeter defense. We don't have that wing who can go out and get you a stop. Our best defender is a rookie and Jaren, and that's it. Like you just need another guy, right? My biggest thing is, it was said earlier, was that David that said that? Yeah, undisciplined, immature team. Like you said, Luke, like Iisalo might be the best X's and O's guy and the best, like, just dude for that role. But I don't know that I've seen enough from him that he's going to be the guy that can step in and be the adult in the room. Because that's what this team needs. We're young. The students are running the classroom. And we don't have that adult in the room that's going to, snatch some collars, get in some faces, and be the guy that can unlock the potential of this team, because the potential is there. I mean, we saw it. We're not 3-4 years removed from just an incredible run to the 2 seed with a lot of the same roster. Yeah. And it's funny. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug, right? Because everybody's like, oh, we miss Dylan Brooks and we miss Melt and we miss Slow-Mo and all this stuff. And like, forgetting what
Slow-Mo.
I mean, Slow-Mo, maybe I'll give you that. But you forget about Dylan's antics and Marcus Smart never being healthy, right? Goofy. I just don't know that I've seen enough that he's going to be the guy that can hold these guys accountable and make them be professionals.
Yeah, and I
like the guy. I do. He's going to be a head coach somewhere, but I just he's going to be in that lane of a developmental coach. I just don't know that he is a championship winning coach, and that's what, in my opinion, we need.
Well, and he's got better feel for the game than TJ does. I mean, there were times last night where he called a timeout when that crowd was getting into it. He's like, I'm not letting this go any farther. Mm-hmm. He did it multiple times last night when Taylor would have let that crowd blow the roof out before he did it.
Yeah.
And so he's got more of a feel, but I agree with you. It's the guys that the adults, I mean, the oldest person, they were talking about it last night on the broadcast. Jitty is the oldest person we have.
Yeah.
29 years old, and Jitty is the oldest, the longest tenured. I mean, it's just.
And what you see historically, Luke, is most guys win their first championship at 27-ish years old, 27, 28 years old.
Yes.
All of our guys are 25, 26, right? All three, our big three will be 26 by the end of this calendar year. And so we're coming into that window where guys start winning championships. I like Tomas. I've had guys trying to talk me into him, and I appreciate it. Like, maybe he's the guy. Maybe he is the next Mike Danehold or the next Budenholzer or the next guy that's Nick Nurse. This is unheard of coach is going to come out of nowhere and just win a championship. He might be. But for me, with our guys hitting that age, I need something proven, right? I need guys with the championship pedigree. Frank Vogel's out there. Mike Brown's out there. Sam Cassell gets it because he's played in and been an assistant coach in them. I need guys that have some opportunity, that have proven, not opportunity, have proven, they have a track record. Like, the record speaks for itself that they can win, because that's where we're at. Like, we need some tweaking to the roster, but we need a guy at the helm that's going to hold people accountable and knows what it takes to take that next step. We've developed, right? I think it will tell us a lot about what the front office thinks about this team. If we go with T.I. and all the tea leaves, the signs, the writing on the wall is we are, that's Kleiman's guy, then they clearly think we're still in developmental mode and we still need to develop and we're still a team up and coming. But if they think we're ready to win a championship, then we're going to go get a proven guy and we're going to go get a couple little wing vets here and there. Again, we're going to have to be real fancy with our footwork because we don't have a big contract anymore. We salary dump Marcus Smart, which I don't miss Marcus Smart as a player. Yeah. I miss Marcus Smart's contract as a tradable asset. It's just, I don't know. Again, great X's and O's guy, but I don't know that he's going to be the adult in the room. Jalen nailed it to me. He doesn't look like he's ever going to raise his voice.
And I mean, for example, I see Matthew as opposed to Mike Malone, who looks like he only raises his voice. It's like there's options out there.
You got options out there. And again, I've seen the videos. I've done my research. Mikhail, thank you for being here. Like a lot of new faces. If y'all are here, hit awesome. Like, subscribe.
It's Saturday. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here on Saturday. We're normally Monday through Friday, 7:30. Luke's here every day. Come hang with us. We are the Daily Grind. I've done my research. I've watched the videos. I've had a ton of videos sent to me trying to talk me into the guy, and they're all great. He knows his X's and O's. It's awesome. But you know who else did? Taylor Jenkins, and look how that turned out for us. Like, an X's and O's is great, but you can get assistant coaches to help with that. I need an adult in the room.
Yeah, well said, my friend. And I mean, he's going to have 2 games at least where we get another little bit more chance to see what it looks like. And you know what? A play-in game, how he handles that game is going to be huge. In my opinion, because that's going to be the highest stakes atmosphere he's had so far.
That's it. Are we really going to get Jaron and Ja and Des playing close to 40 minutes? Because that's what it's going to take. If you're going to get out of the play-in, like they can't play 32, 33 minutes like they've done literally all season, including under Tumas. Like we need these guys. They're going to have to, like, you're tired. Sorry. Like, you got to go. You got to go.
Which I mean, he knows who he wants to play. I mean, he basically played 7 guys last night, 5 guys, 6 guys.
I mean, and again, I love that. That's great.
Yeah, we love it. Yeah,
we're gonna need it's gonna need to be 7 at max in the play-in if we're gonna get out and play the Rockets.
Yes.
It needs to be Ja, Des, Jaron, obviously, Edie, Santi, and Vince, and that's probably about it.
Scotty,
Scotty, because Desmond and Desmond likes to dribble it off his foot because that's a reason running back and point guard. Like, I love Desmond Bain, and there's gonna be some points that were sets where he runs point, but he's a running back. He's not a quarterback. He dribbles it off the foot more often than not.
We're not. We were gonna have a whole episode talking about dribbling off the foot. I digress. We're gonna do something more fun instead, though, because I've been sitting on this for a hot minute with you, but we've not been able to do it. We are gonna play a version of It's Our Trap.
It's Our Trap.
We haven't played this in a while. This is in honor of our great Admiral Akbar of the Rebel Alliance from Star Wars. Google it. He was the man. He passed away, not recently, in a galaxy, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. R.I.P. The nature of the game is I'm going to hit our guests with a series of trivia questions. Half of them are real. Half of them are fake. They are based on a certain topic. Your goal is to just say if they are a trap, or if they are real. You just say yes. You know the rules. I don't need to. You're not
the
Uncle,
champ, baby.
You're not Uncle Buck. You're the champ. Sorry, Uncle Buck. All right. No. Today's theme, the theme of today, I'm actually really excited about this, is one Val Kilmer. In honor of Val Kilmer. And we're just going to start out to it. That's not a word.
Start out to it. Let's do it. Out to it.
Which iconic musician did Val Kilmer portray in 1991 biographical film showcasing his own singing abilities?
That would be Jim Morrison.
Shoot. You know what you're doing. Next question. Before becoming an actor, Val Kilmer was the first person to complete a one-man theatrical performance of The Lord of the Rings, playing all 34 major characters.
It's a trap.
That's a trap. I would watch the shit out of that.
Absolutely.
I'd pay big money.
Big money.
Next question. In which film did Val Kilmer make his feature film debut, portraying an American rock and roll star involved in a spy adventure?
Yeah, it's real. It's the Jim Morrison. What's the is it The Doors?
The Doors. Just called The Doors.
Yeah.
Good. Man, the dude can sing. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm asking this one. Val Kilmer played which historical figure, a gunslinger and a gambler, in 1993 film Tombstone?
Yeah, that'd be Doc Holliday. Johnny Ringo. I'll be your Huckleberry. So many great lines from that movie. Just incredible. Incredible portrayal.
I'll be your Huckleberry. I practiced yesterday. I put me on the spot yesterday. I went home. That's all I did. Next question. Val Kilmer originally auditioned for the role of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, but lost out due to excessive manliness.
It's a trap, but he is excessively manly.
I haven't read these questions since last week. I forgot how stupid some of them were. It's a trap. Next question. To prepare for his role in The Doors, Val Kilmer spent 6 months communicating exclusively through song lyrics to friends and family.
And I heard he used the Ouija board too to contact him more than, but it's a trap.
It's a trap, man. He's kind of guy that would, I imagine, use a Ouija board. That kind of actor that was like, I just had to get into the part. Not me. I'm staying. I'm running from that. I'm out. I'm out on Ouija board.
I'm out on Ouija board.
I'm out of them.
Although the girl that cuts my hair has a dog named Ouija, and it's incredible dog name.
I'm so glad that's where the story went. I was like, are you about to tell me? You know,
I'm getting my hair cut on a Ouija board, talking to my great grandmother. I was like,
whoa, no, don't do that. No. Which 1997 film features Val Kilmer as a master of disguise and a thief named Simon Templar?
Oh, yes.
This movie's really good.
Is it The Saint?
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's go. I love that movie. It's so good.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I was researching. I was like, I forgot about that movie.
I'm waiting to tell you what my favorite Val Kilmer movie is to see if you bring it up in It's a Trap.
I know. So, okay. I know what my favorite is, but let's see. Okay. But I've actually, no. Okay. We can talk about noon. Do that. Okay. To prepare, no, I already asked you that one. Damn it, I ruined it. While filming Batman Forever, Val Kilmer insisted on keeping the bat suit on at all times, even while grocery shopping.
Brother, it's a trap, but if I ever get the chance to play Batman, I'm just going to be Batman 24/7. Sorry, bro.
Dude, yep, it is a trap, but you know what's not a trap? That Batman suit, because I'll be driving in it. I'll be going to the post office.
It'll be stinking because I'm never going to I ain't never coming out of it, but it's going to be stinking.
Imagine you at Grizzlies games with that Memphis hat on over the Batman cowl. Just
with the little ears poking up still.
Exactly. All right. 2 more questions left. In the 1995 film Heat, Val Kilmer's character is part of a group of professional criminals, and his reloading work is studied by Navy SEALs to this day.
Ooh, that sounds legit.
It is.
Hey, let's go.
He is. Go back. If anybody hadn't seen his, go watch Val Kilmer reload an automatic weapon at the end of Heat, because it's so fast. He learned how to do it so fast. Navy SEALs, Army Rangers, they still teach it to this day because he's so good. Which is why we're talking about how crazy of an actor he was. This dude playing with Ouija boards, man. I'm telling you. Last question. Val Kilmer once challenged Tom Cruise to an actual dogfight after Top Gun, but had to settle for an intense game of rock, paper, scissors instead.
I mean, that sounds legit, but it's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah, I think that I didn't say that. I think that Maverick and Tom Cruise's rock, paper, scissors game was a bit too dangerous. He didn't like it because he's dangerous.
Probably dangerous. But my favorite Val Kilmer movie, he's not like the lead, but he's like the co-lead. It's called Ghost in the Darkness, about the killer lions in Kenya where they're building the train tracks. Incredible movie, man. With Michael Douglas as the lead. Incredible movie.
Man, that's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. But he's does he have like a he's South African?
South African accent. Like, dude, it is a deep track, man. But I'm telling you, if you haven't watched Ghost in the Darkness, watch it. Come hang with us on Tubing Tuesday. Tell us what you think about it. It's a great historical flick about a true story. I don't know how true the actual movie is, but it's based on a true story. It's Hollywood. They take liberties.
Yeah.
But it's great. Watch Ghost in the Darkness.
Dude, go. That's it for It's a Trap, but go watch all these Val Kilmer movies. God, I forgot about The Saint. I forgot about
Oh, that's so good, man. Where he cuts his forehead in the alley and he comes out bleeding like he's got beat up. Like, that scene stuck with me as a child. I'm like, God, that had to hurt so bad.
He goes, oh, I was weeping. And then there's like the really, really hot, like cold fusion professor. That's one of my favorite tropes, is when the person is like a chemist or a surgeon, but they're also the most attractive woman on the face of the planet. Big fan of that. Yeah. Never hurts. That's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for hanging out with us. Coming off a loss, coming on a Saturday, we appreciate you guys. Go like if you're watching YouTube. We appreciate it. If you're not watching YouTube, thank you for watching. We will be back Monday to talk about, hopefully, the Grizzlies finishing the season on a high note. But the season ends tomorrow. Go support our guys. They'll need it. But yeah, have a good weekend, y'all. We'll see you on Monday. And if we can leave you with anything, remember these 2 things like we normally do. Remember to be a little weird and remember to smile. Bye, guys. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good one.